Come closer, my friend. If your mind feels noisy and unsure, you are not weak. Let me tell you a small story. Near a quiet forest and a slow river, there was a village called Nandipur. In the center stood an old stone temple. From its beam hung a heavy bronze bell. People called it the Truth Bell. The elders said the bell had been there for many years. Long ago, a thief denied his crime under it. The bell rang. Some said the wind moved it. Some said truth moved it. The thief admitted what he had done, and he was caught. Since then, the legend grew. Since then, the bell was treated like a judge. The elders taught everyone the same rule. Speak the truth under it, and the bell will stay silent. Speak a lie, and it will ring. Arin was 15, smart but restless inside. When adults argued, his chest tightened. When whispers followed him, his throat went dry. Some nights, his mind would not rest, and he stared at the ceiling, hearing his fast breath. That winter, the harvest failed. Grain became precious, and fear became loud. The village leader, Sarpanch Dev, began holding meetings under the bell. An election was coming, and Dev wanted to look like the one man who could protect everyone. He took the keys of the grain room and kept them with himself. He gave extra grain to his supporters and told them to remember who had saved them. At night, sacks disappeared, and Dev blamed a thief. Dev stood before the village and told them someone was stealing. He said the truth bell would keep them all safe. The first blame fell on Mira, a woman alone with 2 small children. She stood under the bell at noon, shaking. She told the village she had taken nothing. The bell rang. The crowd turned sharp. Dev lifted his palm as if to calm them, and people respected him for it. Then he told the village that the bell had spoken, but that he was a fair man. He said Mira would face the bell once more at sunset the next day, before everyone. Only then would they decide. That night, Arin's mother came home with an empty sack. Their grain was cut until the thief was found. She poured the last handful into a small bowl and tried to smile. Arin felt heat behind his eyes. Now the bell was not a story. It was hunger. Arin stopped chasing rumors and started watching. Clue 1 came on a rainy morning. Dev was late. A man blamed his neighbor. The neighbor told the crowd he had stolen nothing. The bell stayed silent. Then Dev arrived and asked the neighbor to say the same words again, this time under the bell. The neighbor repeated the same words. The bell rang. Arin felt cold move down his back. Dev had not been there before, but now he was. The bell only rang when Dev was present. Clue 2 came with the timing. Arin counted in his head. The bell always rang one breath after the words, but only when Dev was present. When Dev was absent, there was no delay and no ring. The pause was not natural. It was practiced. Clue 3 came in strong wind. Arin tied a tiny thread to the metal piece inside the bell. The thread did not swing in the wind, which told him the bell was not ringing by air. Then he watched the outer rope. When the bell rang next, the rope moved. Someone was pulling it from a distance. That evening, Arin tried to look behind the temple pillar. A guard cleared his throat nearby. Arin froze and stepped away. His legs locked. His breath went shallow. By the river, old Kaka Raghav mended nets, one knot at a time. Arin sat beside him and told him that his head was full and that people were suffering and that he did not know what to trust anymore. Raghav showed a tear in his net. He told Arin that a torn net cannot hold fish. He said fear was like a torn net, and that one clear step was enough. Truth, he said, always leaves marks. That night, Arin waited until the temple ground was empty. He spread ash on the main rope, on the outer rope behind the pillar, and on the ground near both. Then he hid in the shadows. Footsteps came. A man stopped near the bell. Another shadow moved behind the pillar. A hand reached for the hidden rope and pulled it once, testing it. A loose pebble rolled under Arin's foot. The man turned. Arin pressed himself flat against the wall. His jaw tightened. He thought he was caught. Then an owl called, and the man turned away. Morning came. The crowd gathered again. Dev stood near the bell with 2 helpers. Mira was brought again. The village was counting down to sunset. Dev told Mira to speak. Mira told the crowd she had stolen nothing. The bell rang. The crowd pushed forward. Someone grabbed Mira. Arin stepped forward and asked everyone to wait and to look before they acted. 2 helpers moved toward Arin, and for a moment, the crowd felt like a wall. Arin's mouth went dry. He took one breath, then another. He asked the crowd in a calm voice to just watch. An elder stepped forward and told the crowd to let the boy show what he had found. Arin lifted the main rope. The ash had a fresh smear, finger marks sliding down where someone had gripped it the night before. Behind the pillar, new footprints pressed into the dust, leading into the bushes. Dev laughed and told the crowd that ash proved nothing. Arin pointed to the thread on the metal piece inside the bell. He told the crowd that if wind had wrung it, the thread would swing. It did not. The metal piece inside moved only when the rope was pulled from outside. He pulled aside a vine behind the pillar. A small wooden panel was hidden there. Inside was a second, thinner rope connected to the main rope above. An elder put his hand on the panel to hold it in place. Then Arin tugged the hidden rope. The bell answered at once. Arin told the crowd it was a trick. Pull this rope and the bell rings. From a distance, at any moment, by anyone hiding there. Dev tried to step forward, but the crowd was looking at the rope now, not his face. Arin followed the hidden rope. It ran through a hole in the stone, out behind the wall, and toward Dev's stage. Under a loose plank beside Dev's grain hut was a simple wooden handle and rope system, built for perfect timing. The elders walked with Arin to the hut. Under straw, they found missing grain, tied and ready to sell. They also found Dev's notebook. The numbers inside were different from the grain bags, proof that Dev had been writing one amount and hiding another. One helper started to shake and admitted everything. Mira fell to her knees. She told no one in particular that she had only wanted her children to eat. Arin's mother put her shawl around Mira's shoulders. That afternoon, the elders removed the hidden rope. They made Dev step down before the village. They opened the grain room and gave everyone their share again. People apologized to Mira, one by one. The elders wrote a new rule, that no one would be judged by a bell, only by proof. The grain keys would stay with 3 people, not 1. The bell stayed in the temple, but only as a bell, not a weapon. Later, by the river, Raghav told Arin that fear is a rope too. He said that if someone pulls it, your mind rings, and you mistake that sound for truth. He touched Arin's ash-stained fingers. He told him that next time, he should breathe first, take one step, and ask one clear question. He said to look for marks, and to look for proof. My friend, when life feels loud, think of Nandipur. Today our truth bells are everywhere. Videos and messages on a phone, angry posts, confident voices. When you are tired, your mind wants shortcuts. But loud is not proof. Breathe once. Slow down. Choose one question. Check the marks. Trust your calm eyes more than the crowd's noise. You are not weak for feeling confused. You are stronger when you choose calm and choose clarity.